What up, what up, what up? It's your boy, Cardinal Red, and we back for some more of that Ali Land boxing talk, people. And today we talking Manny Pacquiao versus Errol Spence. A fight fans want to see. Alright, y'all, so, there's a lot of reports going on surrounding Manny Pacquiao's next fight. Who's the opponent going to be? A lot of people saying Pacquiao's ducking Spence. A lot of people think Keith Thurman is going to be the next fight. Good fight, but I don't think it's the fight that fans actually really want to see. So I'm going to touch on who I feel Pacquiao will actually be fighting next. A lot of people saying Danny, a lot of people saying Shawn Porter. Like I said, a lot of people saying Keith Thurman. But the fight everybody wants to see, and I feel like the top fight at welterweight right now would be Manny Pacquiao and Errol Spence. And I've been doing a lot of research surrounding, what's going to be Pacquiao's next opponent, who's going to be Pacquiao's next opponent, I should say. And, I keep coming back to Errol Spence just because, it's the biggest fight for both fighters at the moment. Mayweather is... I don't think he's going to come back to boxing for a number of reasons. And I just don't think that the Porter fight, would sell well. I don't think the Danny Garcia fight would sell well. And I just feel like, if they're trying to make the best fight, and if they're trying to make the most sellable fights for the end of Pacquiao's career, and there are some reports, that even came from Pacquiao's own mouth that he said that he might fight for 3 more years. Is that a possibility? I'm not. I'm not even sure if there are 3 more years worth of opponents. If he's able to beat Spence and if he fights Thurman then he fights Spence, or if he fights Spence and then Thurman and maybe Crawford, I don't think that's 3 years worth of fights. But there is a possibility for him to fight for 3 more years. But I feel like the Errol Spence fight will be the next fight that fans want to see. I just don't feel like that the Thurman fight is. I don't think Thurman can beat Pacquiao. I don't think he has the skill set to beat Pacquiao. I feel like that would be a great setup for these unification fights. And if Pacquiao really is planning to fight for 3 more years, it's a perfect setup for unification fights. You fight Thurman, Spence fights Porter, they can unify those titles. And the winner of Spence Porter and the winner of Pacquiao Thurman could potentially fight each other, and the winner of that could potentially fight Crawford. Now, I don't think all of that would take 3 years to happen. And the problem with that is, if Pacquiao's going to fight for 3 more years, who does he fight after that? Who he would have already beaten all the top welterweights out there, and there would just be nothing left for him to do for a year and a half. So, I'm really not sure in my mind if he's going to fight for 3 more years. And I feel like that his next 2 fights, if it is really a 3-fight deal, and he's only going to fight 3 more fights, this has to be set up in the perfect manner. You can't just throw him in there with Spence and he might lose. It takes all the allure away from any other fight that could be made. There would be no point in him fighting Thurman or Crawford or Porter. And if you put him in with Thurman and he loses, I think it's even worse because people consider Thurman a lesser opponent than Errol Spence. So to me, I feel like the best strategy would be to go with the Errol Spence fight next. Just for popularity reasons and sellability reasons, but I'm not sure if that's going to happen, but I do feel like that's the fight fans want to see. I think that's the fight everybody wants to see. And everybody's saying that Pacquiao doesn't want to fight, you know, Spence. I don't feel like he doesn't want to fight him. Like I said, I think this is just, they're trying to set it up perfectly to end his career off. You know, they don't want to risk anything at this point because he doesn't have, you know, 5 or 10 years left in boxing to where he can just, you know, mess around and just fight everybody anymore. All these fights have to be strategic. And I was going to play an excerpt from Fight Hype where they interviewed Manny Pacquiao directly after the Mikey Garcia Errol Spence fight. And they were asking him a few questions about who he felt won the fight and why he felt they won the fight. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Oh man, God bad. Man. I skipped my fault. I skipped to the next video. But he was basically saying moving up in weight, you know, there's a reason why. Here you go. So he was basically saying that, you know, when you fight, when you move up in weight, you have to level up your skill sets, you know, and he feels like that Garcia didn't level up, basically. He went in with the same speed, he went in with the same power, and, you know, coming from 130 to 147 is a big difference. So, and even in Pacquiao's mind, he said when he fought De La Hoya, the one thing that they leveled up on was speed. And he feels like to beat a bigger man, you know, you can't match the power. You can never match the power of the bigger guy, but you can always level up your speed and be faster. And he also threw in there that, I don't want to play the whole thing, but you guys go check out Fight Hype. He also threw in there that he feels like Mikey was kind of afraid to get hit to the body in that fight, and Errol Spence kind of saw that and was really tagging him to the body, and it was keeping Mikey from throwing punches because he didn't want to get hit to the body. So I feel like Pacquiao is not afraid to fight Spence. I feel like Pacquiao has a game plan. They actually asked him what he felt like the game plan would be, and Manny kind of laughed it off. He didn't answer the question. So you can tell that the game planning for a Spence fight, will that be the next fight? Is that the best strategy for him that he sees going into a possible 3 more years of fighting, a possible 3-fight deal? We still don't know yet. But I feel like Pacquiao has the perfect game plan. And I feel like speed is going to be a real big factor if he does end up taking on Errol Spence next or as a third opponent under the PBC banner. There is a very big possibility Pacquiao will fight Thurman next. It's not official. None of this is official yet. But there were some reports today, and I will do another video, that the negotiations are getting closer with the Manny Pacquiao Errol Spence fight. So let me know what y'all think down below, man. Please hit that like button for me. A lot of new things coming to the channel. A lot of things been going on with YouTube, man. So, you know, you got to bear with me. A lot of things going on with YouTube. But you got to roll with the punches, man. So just bear with me, man. We'll be dropping a lot more. If you want a link to that video that I was speaking of, I will put it in the end cards. It'll be either her or her. So you can check that out at the end of the video. I always say this, man. 1 minute of your life and some leftovers can really change a life, man. So give up a minute. Change your life, man. You never know who you're helping. If you want to be a part of the Ali Land Boxing Talk community, You know, always leave me a comment. Let me know who you are, or head over to the community section. Drop a comment on one of the posts over in the community section. That way I can get back in touch with you. And if you ain't got nothing else to talk about, man, just talk to people about boxing, man. Ali Land Boxing Talk, Cardinal Red, and we out of here.